Stephen Goff, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, thanks for your time. Want to check with you on Tyler Adams' situation after a few days of training and where things stand with him going forward.
So Tyler is working his way back. He was able to do team training yesterday, and in terms of his availability for tomorrow, we're still working through training today. But signs are looking good that he's making progress.
Paul Tenorio.
Thank you, and thanks, Greg. Greg, I was wondering what Eunice brings to the group, both his personality and.
Sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
Sorry, Greg. I was just asking kind of what Yunus Musa brings to the group, both off the field and just his personality, but also on the field, what you see as his strengths and maybe the way he complements some of the other pieces you have on the roster. Thank you.
So I think in his brief playing time against Switzerland, you could see that technically he's very good. Running with the ball is very good, very strong, very dynamic. The Swiss players had a hard time getting the ball from him. And, what it adds is this layer of, security, ball security that the team has. When you look at our group in general, it's a lot of guys that are secure on the ball, and that helps us retain the ball in key moments. Off the field, he's a great guy, great personality, almost like a little brother of the group, just really friendly, really happy, always positive. So, it's a pleasure having him around.
Jeff Carlisle, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Jeff.
Where does obviously there's a big battle in terms of the center backs and who's going to have that spot beside John Brooks. Where does Matt Miazga currently stand, and what have you seen from him over the last few months, just in terms of his form?
Matt's been a regular with his team in Anderlecht. They made it to the playoffs, and he's performed well with his team. Right now, we're looking at matchups, and we're looking at specific game plans. Matt's a guy that we have confidence in, we trust, and we know will play a role within our group. So whether he plays tomorrow or not, or in Sunday or not, or on Wednesday, we're counting on him, and we know that anyone in this group here is a player that we're considering for World Cup qualifying, and we think can help the team.
Jonathan Tannenwald.
Thank you. Hi, Greg. Jonathan Tannenwald.
Hey, Jonathan.
How is sort of an intangible question, which is how many conversations have you had, or do you have, or do you need to have with the guys about the stakes of this week, knowing that these are the last big, potentially for a lot of these guys, the last big games before World Cup qualifying starts, and what kind of a statement there is to make in these games?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm not I think the group has expectations, and the group has desires to be a certain level of a team. And with that comes, needing to win. So I think for our own group, we want to win. I don't think we're looking at it, this is our last chance to make a statement. I think we want to win for us, and because we think we're a good team. And, it's a tournament. Anytime you're playing in a tournament, you want to win it. And, I think there are two separate things when you start to talk about, or three separate things when you start to talk about Nations League, Gold Cup, and World Cup qualifying. The team certainly has expectations to perform well in this event, and that's what we're focused on. But we're not connecting it right now to, to results of World Cup qualifying.
John Babiak.
Thank you, Coach. Welcome to Denver.
Thanks,
Quick
John.
question.
Yep.
You're welcome. Can you speak to how you're planning to use Kalen Acosta, our fellow Colorado Rapid out here, and where is he in your mix?
Kellen's done a great job of working his way into the mix, and he's a great player. He showed his versatility in the last camp by playing the number 6 position this in the Switzerland game as well. We think he can also play attacking midfielder, has a really broad skill set, is a great guy, good teammate. So he checks all the boxes, and he's a guy that we're counting on, and I'm, pretty sure he'll see some playing time this weekend.
Let's do Charles Boehm.
Hey, Greg. Seems like one of the topics around conversations we've had over the last couple of weeks, whether it's Serginho, Jackson Ewell, your different central midfielders, is sort of risk versus reward in terms of your attacking dynamism versus your defensive solidity. Where do you stand on that, finding that balance against an opponent like Honduras in a situation like tomorrow?
Yeah, we need to be aware of their threats. It's like any game. I think you set your team up to, especially in a tournament format, to be aware of the opponent's threats, and they certainly have threats in offensive transition. Elise is a very dynamic player. We know him well from Major League Soccer. We also know him well because he plays with Reggie Cannon and Boavista, and we're aware of the threats that they pose in offensive transition. So we're going to have to be cautious in some respect. We're going to have to be well balanced, and we're going to have to really take advantage of defensive transition moments to press the ball when we lose it to avoid these long transitions.
Sergio Venegas.
Thank you very much. Hi, Coach. How are you? How are you today?
Good. How are you, Sergio?
Excellent. I wish you the best luck for tomorrow. I'm Sergio Venegas, live from Mexico City for Deportes. So what is the pressure that you can relieve? Because tomorrow you are the ones that's supposed to get through the next step of the final. So how you handle that? And what is the terms to handle Pulisic after become a champion in the UEFA Champions League and put it on this stage after a few hours from winning that tournament? Good luck and have a good day, Coach.
Yeah, I think to first talk about Christian, this is a player that has gone where no other American player has gone and won the Champions League with his club and played a key role in doing that. So as a group, we're extremely proud of him. I think it says a lot about him, that he's here now and he wants to be on the field playing. It says a lot about him as a competitor and his role within this team. Regarding pressure, it's for us, it's something that you have to deal with if you're a professional soccer player, right? Our players are dealing with that every single game. There's pressure on our players to win every single game that they're playing in, and this is no different. So, for us, it is what it is, and we'll deal with it. We have a game plan, and that's what we'll focus on in this game.
David Moore, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Speaking of Pulisic and, Zach Steffen's back, what is it like to have those guys back in the squad? How much of an impact do they have back in the squad with everybody?
It's big. It's huge. These guys have been at the top level in Europe on Saturday night, and now they're here with the group, and it's a big boost to the group. We were anxiously awaiting them, watching the game and hoping everything's going to be all right. And now they're here, and it's a lift. Anytime you can add two quality players like that to your roster, it's a good thing.
And last question here, Jose Armando Rodriguez.
Thank you, Coach. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the battle in the middle of the field. Of course, Honduras is expecting for you guys to have a lot of possession. How important is it going to be for your midfielders to have a good performance tomorrow? Thank you.
The midfield, is generally always important in matchups, and you want to win that midfield battle. And, we're going to ask our guys to be competing and to give everything to do so. But in the same sense, we know it's a team game, and we know we're only going to be as successful as the 11 players plus the substitutes that we all can make an impact. So, we're looking forward to the game. We're prepared. We're excited to get back to competition. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much. We'll be expecting Christian Pulisic here in 30 seconds. Okay, we'll pick up with this matchday -1 press conference for the USA with midfielder Christian Pulisic. And we will start with Stephen Goff again.
Hey, Christian, thanks for your time. Describe what it's been like for the past 4 or 5 days in your world between Champions League and travel and getting reacclimated here in Denver with the national team.
It's been an incredible couple days, definitely. Obviously, getting to celebrate and having some family and friends there and being with my teammates. was really an incredible achievement. So we're really proud. And yeah, now it's right back to work. But I'm happy. I'm excited to have a chance to go after this trophy with the national team. And yeah, I'm ready to go.
Paul Tenorio, go ahead.
Thanks, Christian. Just speaking of that, so being ready to go, how do you flip that switch from such a huge moment with your club, I'm sure emotionally exhausting in some ways, to then get on a plane, fly across to Denver, and kind of mentally reset for national team duty?
It's yeah, of course. It's going from one competition to the next is what I've been doing all season. So it's constantly having to refocus and get ready for the next game and quick turnarounds, and it's something that I'm used to. This is a big one, but there's not much really a switch I need to flip. I was playing at the highest level, and I'm feeling ready and excited for these games coming up as well.
Jonathan Tannenwald.
Thank you. Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Christian, with all the travel and wear on the body and everything else, we asked Greg about sort of the physical effects of that in the last couple of days. And his line to us was, "You try telling Christian he can't play." And I wonder if, for lack of a better way to put it, is that indeed where you are, just as ready, just as raring to go as you would be if you had a week of rest or whatever else,
Yes.
Welcome to elaborate if you'd like, but otherwise, thanks.
No, of course. I'm always ready to play, and I always want to be on the field. So I'm here. I'm ready to go. Definitely.
Jeff Carlisle.
Thank you. Hi, Christian. What are you guys expecting out of Honduras tomorrow? Obviously, this is a team that you faced in the past, but what kind of approach do you think they're going to take?
Yeah, I'm interested to see as well. I think it's never an easy opponent. They're going to fight. We're playing for this Nations League title, so I don't know too much. Obviously, we're familiar with some of their players and stuff, but it's going to be a good game. But I think more importantly, we have to focus on ourselves. And I think if we come out and show a strong performance, I think that we can we have a good chance.
Okay, Ryan Tolmich.
Hey, Christian, obviously the game ends the other day, and, within a few minutes, we see you walking around with a U.S. soccer hoodie on. And that's not abnormal in that there are guys after games who grab flags or T-shirts or messages to family members or whatnot. But for you, what was the story behind that? What made you want to do that? And what kind of message were you saying? How did you kind of put all that together that was what you wanted to go with after the game?
Probably have to ask my dad that question. It was his hoodie. I wasn't thinking at all in that moment, but once he brought it down, he's like, "Oh, you should put this on." I was like, "Oh, it's a great idea." So that's really it. Just to show what we're representing out there. Being an American, playing on the national team, and winning the Champions League. I think it's just a cool message.
Andrea Llanes.
Good afternoon, Christian. I wanted to ask you about Honduras. Obviously, you said you don't know many players. I am curious which are the players that you know, and what kind of game do you expect maybe from Anthony Lozano or Arbeleris, which are the biggest players they have? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, we're obviously familiar with some of their players. They have some dangerous guys who I think can who are dangerous in 1v1, and I think they have some players with some spark to them. So I would say we have to be well prepared. Definitely, we're not going to take this game lightly at all. We need to go in and, like I said before, put in a really good performance if we want to win this game.
Sergio Venegas.
Thank you very much. How are you today, Chris?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to take it with us. I'm Sergio Venegas, live from Mexico City. First of all, I wish you good luck for the game of tomorrow. So, do you know what you just accomplished this weekend? You just become a few selected players that won the UEFA Champions League. So now changing the chip on switching for the pressure for being the favorite for this match and the competition facing Mexico, how do you make you think get through to the final? And I wish you good luck.
Yeah, thank you so much. No, I think it's a big accomplishment. Obviously, I'm really happy with yeah, what we accomplished at a club level this season. But now, like you said, now it's time to move on. Big game against Honduras. We're gonna fight for everything because yeah, at the end, I want to lift another trophy at the end of the season. So we have a great opportunity to do that, and yeah, I'm gonna give everything I have.
Eduardo Lopez, go ahead.
Hello, Christian. How are you?
Good.
Christian, how you feel physically after all this?
Sorry, say that again.
Eduardo, let's try that again if you've got a good connection.
Yeah. Christian, how do you feel after all this long season for you? You had a couple of injuries.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long season. I've had some definitely a lot of ups and downs, but physically I feel very good, and mentally also good. I'm definitely looking forward to have a bit of a break, but that's not to say I'm not ready for these last couple games.
Okay, David Moore.
Thanks. Hey, Christian. Kind of a fun question for you here. So, you had a long flight, had to go across the pond after Champions League win back here to Denver. What is your go-to move on flights like that? Are you more of a sleep through the whole flight kind of guy? Are you a movie guy, music guy? What's your kind of go-to?
That's a good question. I would say on this flight in particular, I was drained. I needed to catch up on some sleep after all the celebrations and enjoying the last couple days. So yeah, but normally I just spend it how anyone else would. Download some shows, maybe try to get some sleep, listen to some music, maybe read a little bit, and that's it.
Okay, last question to Ramon Malak.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ramon Betech from RB9 Food. Well, Christian, so I want to ask you, in general terms, what are you expecting of this CONCACAF Nations League? Thank you and good luck.
Yeah, thank you. I think yeah, we're expecting good CONCACAF competition. Something that's always good. Now we can really play in a competitive environment where we're fighting for something. We want to win this Nations League, so we have 2 games where we have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, we expect teams that are going to come out and give us a really good test. Yeah, especially going into qualifying in a competitive game. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Okay, thanks very much, Christian. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.